Time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, says the Army will resist all calls for undemocratic intervention in governance, as it is not poised to lose the prestige it has painstakingly built in the last 25 years. He spoke at the opening ceremony of the Chief of Army Staff Combined Second and Third Quarters Conference 2024 held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. TVC News' Miriam Daniels reports that Governor Umo Eno formally declared open this year's event.
The annual Chief of Army Staff Conference is holding this year in Uyo. With the arrival of the host governor, the conference kick-started. As he takes the podium, Governor Eno commended the Nigerian Army and other security agencies for their commitment to the peace and security of the state and the nation. He advises them to remain apolitical. As he says, his administration in the past donated 100 million naira to widows of fallen heroes in the state to improve their lives.
As the army of our great nation, your role in securing the nation is paramount, and the government is to do all that is possible to ensure that the army is well equipped. That is why we created the Joint Maritime Operations Task Force and procured and deployed 14 patrol gunboats in response to the literal nature of our state and the threat posed by sea pirates, militants, and kidnappers within our waterways.
Then, the Chief of Army Staff, during his speech, noted that food and social security issues can result in physical security challenges. He stated that the Nigerian Army, under his leadership, has launched several welfare programs for members of the force. The Army Chief states the commitment of the force to boost food availability in the country by supporting the federal government in its economic prosperity plan.
The Nigerian Army will not allow itself to be used to undemocratically sell some interest to power. As a service that received the most image bashing as a fallout of previous military interventions in Nigeria, the Nigerian Army is now poised to losing the new prestige it has painstakingly built in the past 25 years.
3 beneficiaries received checks under the welfare scheme of the force, and the week-long event will climax on Friday with a closing ceremony. Miriam Daniels, TVC News, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Away from Akwa Ibom State to Abuja, where the federal government yesterday received 10,000 doses of the Jynneos vaccine as part of its response to mitigate the spread of mpox. Receiving the donation, Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Mui Aino, said the vaccines will be used to help protect the nation's vulnerable population who remain at high risk. The current mpox outbreak was declared a public health emergency of international concern by the World Health Organization 2 weeks ago.
Distinguished members of the press, are we good? August 14th declared a public...
Outside Nigeria, Ukraine says it now controls 100 Russian settlements and 1,294 square kilometers of Russian territory. The incursion into the Kursk region began 3 weeks ago. Last week, President Zelensky said Ukraine controlled more than 1,250 square meters of Russian territory. Ukraine's commander-in-chief, Alexander Syrskyi, also said Ukraine has captured 594 Russian soldiers. Earlier, Russia launched another wave of strikes on Ukraine, with 4 people killed a day after one of its biggest air attacks of the war. Zelensky says Kiev will undoubtedly respond to Russia for this and all other attacks.
Ukraine says it now has 100 Russian settlements under its control. Its top military commander says the country is continuing its...
And that's it on the news update for today on Wake Up Nigeria. We still have so much more to come. Just stay with us. We'll be back shortly.